Time moves differently when someone you love is dying. Every second stretches. Every sound at the door feels like an answer. Every silence feels longer than the last. In Bethany, Mary and Martha are watching their brother Lazarus grow weaker. But they are not without hope. They know Jesus, the man who opened blind eyes, the man who commanded wind and waves. More than that, the man who loved their family. So the sisters send a message. It carries no argument and no long explanation. It relies entirely on relationship. Lord, the one you love is sick. Now the clock is moving. Lazarus is sick. The messenger is traveling. And every moment seems to matter. When the message reaches Jesus, human expectation is simple. He should leave immediately. He should go to the family he loves. But John records something almost impossible to understand. Jesus loved Martha, Mary, and Lazarus. Yet when he heard that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was for 2 more days. Not because he had not heard. Not because he did not care. He heard. He loved. And he waited. 1 day passes. Then another. Back in Bethany, the door remains closed. You can imagine every sound awakening hope. A footstep outside. A voice in the street. Movement near the entrance. Is that Jesus? Did the messenger find him? Is help finally here? But the doorway remains empty. This is one of the hardest places in human experience. The waiting room. The space between the prayer leaving your lips and an answer reaching your life. The place where the silence of God can feel like the absence of God. Have you ever been there? You sent the message. You prayed in the dark. You said, Lord, the business is failing. Lord, the diagnosis is bad. Lord, my mind is breaking. And the answer did not come when you expected it. Then the clock stops. Lazarus dies. The family prepares his body, wraps him, and lays him in a cave. A stone is placed against the entrance. Rock grinds against rock. The sound feels final. By the time Jesus arrives, Lazarus has been in the tomb for days. For days. Long enough that Martha will soon warn about the stench. John leaves no room for the idea that Lazarus might simply recover. Death has become undeniable. Jesus steps into a village filled with mourners and disappointment. When Martha hears he is coming, she goes out to meet him. Her first words carry faith and grief in the same breath. Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. You had the power. But from where she stood, you had not arrived in time. Jesus does not dismiss her pain. He tells her, your brother will rise again. Martha thinks he means the resurrection at the last day. Then Jesus gives her something greater than a timetable. I am the resurrection and the life. He is not merely promising an event. He is revealing a person. Then Mary comes. She falls at his feet and speaks the same sentence. Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. When Jesus sees Mary weeping and the mourners weeping with her, he is deeply moved and troubled. Then Scripture gives us 2 words carrying the weight of an ocean. Jesus wept. Why is he crying when he knows what he is about to do? John does not give us one simple explanation. But his tears revealed this much. Knowing the ending does not make present pain unreal. Jesus does not stand above their grief. He enters it. John does not tell us that Jesus delayed because suffering did not matter. The passage tells us he loved this family. It tells us the sickness would reveal God's glory. It tells us the disciples would be given reason to believe. A healing would have revealed power. But the sign about to happen would reveal something greater. Jesus is the resurrection and the life. He walks to the tomb. "Take away the stone," he says. Martha hesitates. The clock has run too far. The body has been there 4 days. "Lord, by now he stinks." It has already been 4 days. The stone is not only blocking the cave. It marks the point beyond which everyone believes hope cannot travel. But they remove it. Jesus prays so the crowd may believe that the Father sent him. Then he faces the darkness and cries out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out!" Everything has been moving toward this command. The sickness, the message, the 2-day wait, the burial. For days in the tomb. One clock update after another. Now the clock breaks. The man who had been dead comes out, his hands and feet wrapped in grave clothes. Death had counted 4 days. Jesus needed one command. Was Jesus late? Mary and Martha experienced the delay as real pain. Lazarus truly died. Jesus truly wept. The story never asks us to pretend that waiting does not hurt. But it also refuses to let delay define the love of Jesus. In the same passage that says he waited, Scripture insists that he loved them. The waiting room can make you rewrite God. If he loved me, he would have come already. If he heard me, the answer would be here. But John places love and delay inside the same story. God's silence is not proof of his absence. But this story is not a promise that every grave opens today or every diagnosis is reversed. It is a revelation of who Jesus is when the answer feels late. He receives Martha's questions. He shares Mary's tears. He walks toward the place everyone else calls final. If you are waiting, do not hide your grief. Bring Jesus the sentence Martha brought him. "Lord, if you had been here." Then remain long enough to hear his answer. "I am the resurrection and the life." Your story may not unfold according to your timetable. Your present pain is not invisible. And because of Christ, even death does not receive the final word. Waiting can stretch every second. Faith does not pretend those seconds are easy. Faith remembers who is walking toward the tomb. The stone looked final. Jesus had the final word.